We do want to bring in my co-anchor for the hour. Very glad he's here with us. Keith McCullough, CEO of Hedgeye Risk Management. Keith, a portfolio manager, former one anyway, at Carlyle's Blue Wave hedge fund, and a contributing TV editor. I think I inversed some of those words in there. Bottom line is, very glad to have you with me here this morning, especially when we're talking so much about Greece. I mean, it just keeps getting worse and worse. Yep. I know you've been following the sovereign debt issue for a long time. What's your take on this idea of the GDP, debt to GDP might be 14% or worse?
Well, it's going to get worse and worse and worse because politicians lie, and at the end of the day, markets don't. And what we've seen this morning is actually CDS in Greece blow out to the upside. I think it's a 33 basis point move in Greek CDS this morning. You're seeing all-time wides in terms of where we're at from a bond yield perspective relative to German bonds. And at the same time, you're sitting here wondering, you know, while Apple and Goldman is, you know, the news of the day, the rest of the world's risk does not cease to exist. And on top of all that, you know, people are focused on Japan CDS this morning, which is also...
Fitch made that statement that seemed to spook the markets a little bit, just saying, hey, look out, you know, and this is something you've talked about a lot too, in that the country's creditworthiness may be cause for concern.
Right, and we've called this the sovereign debt dichotomy because I think that we're going to continue to go down the road, kick the can as far as you can kick it, and then you move to the next country. So yesterday there was actually a lot of fear about Spain in the marketplace. Spain equities, or Spanish equities rather, got rocked. This morning it's going to be Japan. Tomorrow it's going to be Portugal, and we're going to go on and on and on because it's the same story. Piling debt upon debt upon debt is not good.
So we checked in with Dara Maher. He is the global head of foreign exchange at Credit Agricole, and we were discussing this idea of the past 10 years being strong for the euro, but maybe the next 10 are the dollar's days. What do you make of that idea?
Well, I mean, that's kind of after the move, you know, after the dollar's rallied 9% and the euro, you know, goes down every other day. I think that that's an easier thing to say, but actually I disagree in that the euro at a point will get oversold because people will come to realize that the issues at the state level here in the U.S. are equally as bad as those of Greece. So, you know, the dollar's going to come under pressure at a point. I think that's probably 3 to 6 months away.
Is that a fair comparison, though, Keith, Greece and the U.S.?
I think Greece, as you know, as compared to the state of Illinois or the state of Michigan, yes.